So this will be another 2-card combo featuring Deep Sea Diva and Dragon Ravine. So first thing you're going to do is normal summon the Diva and summon out another copy of Deep Sea Diva. We'll turn those both into Health of Vibrax, which will allow us to summon a White Stone of Legend from our deck. And we're going to go ahead and link summon our Striker Dragon using the White Stone of Legend. That will give us a copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon, as well as a copy of Boot Sector Launch. The chain link would resolve as Striker Dragon number 2, because White Stone is mandatory effect, so it'd be chain link 1. So regardless, we have 2 cards to discard for Dragon Ravine, which is all we need. We'll discard the Boot Sector Launch in order to add a Dragonity Remus, which we'll discard for a copy of Dragon Ravine. And then we'll activate the second copy of Ravine, discarding the Blue Eyes White Dragon in order to add a Dragonity Legatus. Because we control Dragon Ravine, we can go ahead and special summon the Legatus. Because we control Legatus, we can go ahead and special summon the Remus. Then you could go ahead and synchro summon using both Legatus and Remus in order to summon Dragonity Knight Gay Durg. And now you're locked into dragons. Remus is banished. You could use Gay Durg's effect to search out an extender. Blackring Zephyros Elite, since you haven't used your copy of Romulus. You'll go ahead and bounce back the Ravine to summon the Zephyros. And then you go ahead and link these two into a Romulus to search out your Dragonity Glow. Then you could go ahead and activate the Dragonity Glow in order to add a Dragonity Arma Mistletoe from your deck to your hand. And you'll go ahead and tribute the Romulus to special summon the Mistletoe. Mistletoe's effect will go ahead and equip the Gay Durg from your graveyard to it. And you could banish the Dragonity Glow to special summon the Gay Durg. And then you can use Gay Durg's effect one more time. This time we'll go ahead and get the Chamber Dragon Maid out of our deck and send it to the graveyard. And we'll go ahead and overlay these two for a Hieratic Dragon King of Atum. And detach the Gay Durg for a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. And with Darkness Metal, we'll go ahead and revive that same Gay Durg. Use its effect again. So we're going to go ahead, this time add something that can turn into an Omni Negate. We'll go ahead and add a Mist Valley Baby Rock and discard it. Because it's the last thing to summon, it will special summon itself, and now you could go ahead and synchro summon a Borreload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon will go ahead and equip a Link monster from your graveyard, Dragonity Knight Romulus, to it. So it has 2 negates, but once per turn negate. And then you go ahead and use these 4 remaining materials for Saryuja's Goldratt. And then you can draw 4 cards from your deck and return 3. So use those 4 cards, you go back and return 3. And now you have 1 Dragonity Ravine and 1 card in your hand, a Saryuja and a Borreload Savage Dragon. So using the Dragon Ravine, you could actually go ahead and activate it, discard the last card from your hand in order to send an Absorouter Dragon from your deck to the graveyard to add any rocket monster. Because you're not going to be using the effect, you're just going to be using Saryuja's effect to special summon it from your hand. And now you could turn this into that Pisty. So with Guardragon Pisty, you'll have an extra arrow underneath Saryuja, and you could finally summon out either the Gay Durg or Chamber Dragon Maid. I personally think Chamber is a little bit better if you have no other options to bring out Chamber. I would go with Chamber because she kind of acts like 3 interruptions by herself. This allows you to add your Dragon Maid Tiding over turns, just like the Savage, I mean. Alright, so then you go ahead and link 2 of these into a copy of Hieratic Seal. You could do Chamber Saryuja, or you could do Pisty and Saryuja. Personally, I would keep the Pisty because you could actually return it on your opponent's side of the turn to your extra deck in order to activate your Tiding. Or if they don't do enough, you could summon more dragons on your next turn with Pisty. Whereas Chamber Dragon Maid, you kind of want her in the graveyard, even though she would be a pretty good normal summon too, but you're going to get her effect either way. So let's go ahead and link those two off into a Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. So with that, you're locked into dragons, which doesn't matter, everything is a dragon in the deck, but you do have Dragon Maid Tidying, Savage Dragon, and Seal as 3 interruptions. Plus, on your next turn, you could get out another Absorouter Dragon, a Galaxy Spiral, or maybe even a Starly Safer to further extend your plays. You got your Chamber to revive, and you still have a Ravine. So it's a pretty cool little interruption. It's actually a little bit different if you open up Dragon Ravine, Remus instead of Dragon Ravine. You get an extra card, so you get a little bit better of a board. Well, I'll show you next time. Alright, let's move on to the next combo.
I guess I just don't know what to call you. I was thinking about monster, but I didn't want to insult the cards.
But if I draw the final Blue Eyes and destroy any one of his monsters, that will take his life points down to 0 anyway. Oh, prepare for the Blue Eyes White Dragon!
So let's go for another combo using Deep Sea Diva and Dragunity Remus this time. So Diva, it's pretty cool. You could normal summon her and get out your other copy of Deep Sea Diva. And if Diva does get negated, she's still a tuner, so you could actually use her with something else and still go into your Kriston Halqifibrax. When Halqifibrax is summoned, you get to special summon a tuner, which will have its effect negated. However, graveyard effects do not matter, so that's why Whitestone of Legend is pretty cool. This is our hand. We're going to go ahead and send the Whitestone of Legend to the graveyard to special summon Striker Dragon. Whitestone is a mandatory effect, so it'll be Chainlink 1, Striker Dragon will be Chainlink 2. So you're going to go ahead and add, Boot Sector Launch, as well as Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand. And now you'll activate your copy of Dragunity Remus to add the Dragon Ravine from your deck to your hand. And then you're going to activate that by discarding the spell card, Boot Sector Launch. Now you could actually go for your Dragunity Legatus. Special summoning the Legatus when you have a Ravine. And because you control a Dragunity monster, you can special summon your Remus. It'll be banished and you're locked into dragons, which is fine. Go ahead and synchro summon the Gaydirk. Gaydirk's effect will activate, allowing you to add your Rocket Tracer from your deck to your hand, and then you're going to go ahead and discard the Rocket Tracer. And you could also, so with the Gaydirk, you can go ahead and add your Blackwing Zephyros from your deck to your hand, and you'll discard it. Using Zephyros's effect, you could return it to the field by returning your Dragon Ravine to your hand. And then you could go ahead and overlay a combination of Winged Beasts or Dragons into Dragunity Knight Romulus. And that will add your other Dragunity spell card, Dragunity Glow, from your deck to your hand, which will activate by adding the Arma Mistletoe from your deck to your hand. You could special summon the Mistletoe by attributing a Dragunity Knight Romulus. And when Mistletoe is special summoned, that way you could do equipped a Gaydirk from your graveyard to it, but not for long, because your Dragunity Glow can also banish itself to special summon an equipped Dragunity monster. And now you can activate Gaydirk's effect to add your Rocket Recharger from your deck to your hand. Normally I would go for Dragon Maid, Chamber Dragon Maid, but in this case I'm gonna do something kind of sinister. So let's go ahead and add the Rocket Recharger and discard it, and we'll go ahead and overlay these two for Atum. Now normally I would also go for a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, but I'll show you why I'm going for Chamber Dragon Maid in just a sec. So you're going to go ahead and add your chamber, your Dragon Maid Tiding from your deck to your hand, and then you can overlay the chamber for the Pisty. And now you could actually activate your Dragon Ravine, discarding Blue Eyes in order to send Red Eyes Darkness Metal from your graveyard, your deck to your graveyard. Now you could revive the Red Eyes, but right now I'm actually going to go ahead and revive the Gay Dirt. But you're locked into Dragon, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Striker Dragon's effect right now. This is the real reason why we did all that. Striker Dragon can destroy any monster on your side of the field to add a rocket from your graveyard to your hand. So we're going to go ahead and destroy the Pisty to add the rocket recharger from our graveyard to our hand. And because we just destroyed a Dark Dragon from the extra deck, we could discard the rocket recharger in order to special summon the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. And now we're no longer locked into dragons either, so we could actually activate Gator's effect to add a Mist Valley Baby Rock from our deck to our hand and discard it. Because it's the last thing being discarded, you get to special summon it, and we can immediately synchro summon a Omnia Gate. We're going to go for a Borreload Savage Dragon, which we'll place right there. Savage Dragon will equip a Dragoonity Knight Gate, or Romulus, from our graveyard to it, and now it has 3600 attack as well as once per turn double negate, or 2 negates, but each one once per turn. Alright, and then of course, let's go ahead and use our Darkness Metal effect one more time. For the first time, sorry. In order to summon the Gay Durg. And now you can go ahead and overlay all 4 of these. Sorry, use them as link material into our Saryuja, our Saryuja Skull Drag. Saryuja's effect will activate, allowing you to draw 4 cards and put back 3. So this will be our hand tiding and this card. And then of course, we haven't used Gator's effect, so we'll go ahead and use it now to add the second Mist Valley Baby Rock from our deck to our hand and discard it. Now we'll go ahead and use that as material for another synchro summon. If you have other extenders like the Chaos Dragons, you might consider going into Chaos Ruler, because you could eventually go into Hot Red if you have the Rocket Engine. But for this case, I'm just going to go for Crystal Wing. And then, of course, using your Saryuja's effect, you could special summon a dragon from your hand, and then you could turn that dragon plus the Saryuja into Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. So with that, you would have a Dragon Ravine for next turn setup. You'd also have your Tiding set up to revive your chamber for another Tiding. But for this turn, on your opponent's next turn, you have a Seal to bounce back something, and then of course you could get something pretty strong from the Seal. You could get an Apsa Router, Galactic Spiral Dragon, or even a Starleech Safer from your deck. Special summon it for next turn as well. Plus you have 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions. So Omni Negate, Monster Negate, and 2 bounces. And these could both be spelling traps too, so that's pretty cool. This could actually be your own card too, so this is the most flexible of them all of them. But regardless, that's pretty much it for this short little combo video. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Here are the Blue Eyes White Dragons that you've all been asking for in full glory. And I can't wait for the new support to come out. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. Happy dueling, everyone. Goodbye.